invisible braid, you're going to need a long-haired mannequin and your tail comb. To start, find the apex of the head, place your finger on the top of the head at the apex, and use a diagonal line to make your first section towards the apex. And then the same thing on the other side. And that gives you a nice triangle to start your braid. Divide it into 3, and we're going to go over the middle, because we're making an invisible braid. Where the 2 strands cross, we're going to pinch and hang on to that, extend the middle finger, and add the outside strand to the middle finger. Then we're going to take diagonal lines to add hair to the middle finger. Pull the underneath strand tight, pinch, and add. You're doing the same thing on both sides. Pull tight, pinch, extend the middle finger, and add, and use a diagonal section as you add. Pull tight, pinch, outside strand goes in the middle finger, and we add some hair. Pull tight, pinch, extend the middle finger, diagonal section, comb this hair if need be, comb your strands. You don't want to get tangled as you're working, because then your braid will get messy on you. So we just continue using the diagonal sections. Always make sure that you're trying to take the same amount of hair with each section. Pull tight, pinch, extend the middle finger, add hair, and go up. When you go up, you go all the way right to the center. Don't just take the hair along the hairline. So that is our last diagonal section. And now we're going to have to switch from taking diagonal sections to horizontal sections. So you can see when we put our comb horizontally, you can see a pie shaping in there. That's where we have to pivot, a little bit of a pivot to get from diagonal to horizontal and to follow the shape of the head. So to pivot, we're going to take a narrow section near the ear, gradually wider as we reach the center, the 6 point of the head. Same thing on the other side, a couple of pie shapings. That's our sections are in pie shapes. And then another one, narrow to wide. And after this, we should be horizontal. And as we're working now, we can see we just take a nice straight horizontal line. As we reach the occipital bone, remember it is important to bend the client's head forward, and that keeps our braid tucked in close to the head. And as you're working, also almost bend your hands inward as you're working so that you can get this braid nice and tight. Okay, and that's how we have to pivot along the side. Remember, find your apex, make your triangle, diagonal sections. When you reach the top of the ear, that's your pivot point. Narrow to wide to get you to go into horizontal sections.